You're watching Blitz TV.
It's nice to be here.
Hey,
We brought
man.
the weather with us.
Hey, man, how goes it?
Hey, dude.
What's up, dude?
How you been? What's
We had a
going
little
on?
confusion earlier, but we cleared it up real fast.
All good, all good. So you guys are going to be going out after this. You've got some touring with Skillet and stuff, too, with the Unleashed tour.
Yeah, we're very, very, very excited about that because Skillet is actually from Memphis. Well, at least they lived in Memphis for a while. They were part of Ardent Studios, where like I've done every single demo growing up. Everything that I recorded ever was there at that studio. So I saw their name everywhere, and yeah, they've been a part of my life for a long time. So to be able to go out on tour with them finally, and you know, it's just one of those bucket list type situations.
Such a tight band, too. You guys are going to make a great bill. That's going to be fantastic. So, speaking of your new album, Soar, you were actually, when you were here in December, you were sort of talking about it, but you couldn't really tell much about it. Well, you weren't allowed to really talk about it, but you were very excited about the sound and how you guys had reached new levels. And so now you can spill the beans and talk a little bit about Soar, all of that stuff. Give me a heads up on what's going on with you.
Well, I will say that we're very excited that it came out, and we're very relieved too, because it was making a record for anybody. I think can be a very struggleful process. Struggleful. I made that word up.
It was lovely. I approve.
You guys got it though.
Yeah, totally. It doesn't.
We make up words all the time, so we got you.
Perfect. So for it to finally come out and be in the hands of our friends and family, it's just a relief. And we've been waiting to play these songs live for so long. And so now our set is just chock full of new songs, which breathes new life into the band. And I think you can hear how hard we worked on it. And we're very proud of everything. Lightning in the Sky was the first single off that record. It did very well. And
I gotta tell you, that video I almost bawled because you get injured in the video.
Yes.
I went running back to Hales in the Air Studio. I went, oh my god.
She's like, is he okay? I'm like, you have to finish the video. It's okay.
We released that video, and for about a week and a half, on my my text messages, phone calls, on comments, and in my inbox, people were like, I can't believe you did that to me. Like I played a trick on them.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't do that. The
This
director.
girl, right here.
Yeah. So
It's acting. I'm just that good.
it was my first try at acting, and I think I did a great job.
It was absolutely fantastic.
And the Oscar goes to.
And there it is. I did want to ask, actually, because you were talking about how Lightning in the Sky was the first single. You were playing a lot more of the new stuff live now. Do you have any idea what the second one's going to be that you're pushing for right now yet, or still working that out?
I do know this. I do know which song we're going with, and it's coming soon. So I might get in trouble for telling you, but oh well.
We just like
I was
catching
just
you.
gonna-
Just go ahead and
Yeah.
write this down.
Just gonna write this down right.
This is actually one of the band's favorite songs to play live,
Oh, nice.
and the song is called "The Bottom," and it was one of the two songs that. So we finished the record completely, and you spelled it right. We finished the record, and we turned the record to the label and everybody, and the label says, the record's great. We've got our first single, Lightning in the Sky, but you have more budget and you have more recording time if you want to go do some more.
Ooh.
And so that's like, putting candy out in front of a baby. I'm like, yeah, of course I want to go back to the studio.
That's nice to hear. That never happens.
Yeah, that's so rare.
It is.
these days,
It is.
yeah.
So rare.
So we went back into the studio, and actually we went home to just kind of put some ideas together first, and we wrote two songs. We wrote The Bottom and we wrote Soar while we were home. And The Bottom is a reflection of the way that we were feeling, like in the midst of making that record. And Joey and I, as creative partners, we have moments where we disagree on things, and that's a really I don't know how to describe it. It hurts because it's my best friend, and we're at a disagreement about our creative art together. So it affects the way that we speak to each other. It affects everything. So
It's your deep passion for what your goals are for the band
Right.
and for your music.
right. So we wrote the dichotomy of that feeling, the bottom and soar. So we have this thing where when you're and I truly believe that there's a difference in somebody that may be addicted to drugs or sex or whatever it is, when they reach their bottom, meaning that they do just the worst stuff possible and they feel terrible. the one thing that I think everybody does when somebody hears what they should do from a close person, they don't want to listen to it. They deny. They're like they push everybody away from them, and that's when I think you're truly at your bottom. When you have nobody you can rely on and talk to and listen, just to listen to you.
Maybe even do the opposite of what they're telling you to do. I mean, instead of not just listening to them at all, but maybe even doing the opposite of what they're telling you.
Yeah, they're like, well,
I've done that a million times.
There's no help in me, so I'm just going to keep doing
Or trying
me.
to spite them, like, oh, there's nothing wrong with me, so I'm just going to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear it, especially from the people that they love.
Yeah.
So I think that when you're there, you have nobody around you, nobody to help you, nobody to even just witness what you're doing. That's when you're at your worst, and that's what the bottom is about.
I think that's good, though, to go from Lightning in the Sky to the bottom then, because it shows so much depth for you guys to have that kind of transition. So I'm very excited to hear that one as your next single.
We're gonna play it tonight. It's a very, very passionate song. You'll hear it. You're just pouring out of the band. And then we wrote Soar, which is the title track for the record, and it was about overcoming something like that. And a lot of active rock songs are about overcoming things. And so we were kind of forced with the situation where we're like, how can we make this different? And we didn't want to make it just about like, you can't put me down, you'll never bring me down, that kind of thing. Yeah. It was like, I'm not just going to go through this, but I'm going to thrive through it. I'm going to improve myself immensely because of this, and we're not going to stop until it's over. So.
And I like how you did that with SOAR. I mean, it just makes more sense. Like, so if you're not familiar with the Devour the Day album, it's not SORE, it's SOAR. Just we were talking about two totally different things right now.
Yeah, we had that conversation.
Yeah, we did.
What if people think that it's talking about like being bruised? They'll get it. Everybody can get it.
So Joey's doing like all this kind of artistic stuff. He's creating your T-shirt designs. He's doing drumhead stuff and all that.
He's one of the most artistically creative people that I've ever met, and like he takes the reins on so much of the creative side of our band because he's just born with it. He's just naturally that kind of guy, and his artwork has always shown that he just doesn't draw like anybody else. The faces that he makes when he tries to draw like other people, you can see that he's just trying to draw something that people will like.
Yeah.
Like every once in a while he'll do something that is just completely original, like this last drum head that he did, and people love that stuff, and he's good at it. So
was that the one with kind of the patchy red circle around the eye or something? It looked like a girl, but
yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
He just did one that was just this weird, I don't know, like I don't know what it is. It's just a green face that looks like it's really old, like it crawled out of a cave and then it went back into the cave. And
it's an original is what it is.
Exactly. But the one before that was the Dead Girl, which is one of his favorite things to draw. And,
that's the one.
And we have some merch that's designed by. In fact, he does just about all of our merch designs, and he's just. It's insane.
He'll sit there with a pen and figure something
out. What's that?
The one with the Wolverine on it?
Yeah, he did Wolverine.
Is cool. Yeah,
it's pretty sweet. He does. I think his favorite thing to do are drawing just these really obscure faces that are totally Picasso-like craziness. And it's very talented.
So with the Skillet Tour coming up and you guys are going to be heading out, what else will we see? You've got some festivals that you're going to be a part of as well. And what else are we going to get from you guys in the next year? I know we've got this new single coming out shortly, but where is Devour the Day headed?
Well, we're gonna start working on a video for the bottom, and we've got tours. We're talking with our label about maybe doing some runs with some more of our label mates for the rest of the year and into next year. And I'd like to say that our band has no plan, so we just kind of figure it out as we're going.
Yeah,
you go with the flow, which is good.
Yeah, and the way that the world is nowadays, and it's just hard to make plans that far in advance. We just have to pick up a tour when it comes.
Yep, absolutely. Well, keep it going, keep the album rolling, keep the singles coming, keep writing the great music, and keep your guts involved like you have obviously been doing. You guys putting your heart and soul into it. Again, Blake from Devour the Day, they're going to be on stage here at Express Live. The gates are going to open up about 4 o'clock, which I believe they just opened. It's about 20 after 4 now. So the gates are open and the people are rolling in, and right here next door we've got our pre-party going. Blake, there's a lot of people in here, but the rain really brought them in. I mean, we had a lot of people and fun in here, but...
You mean it wasn't me?
Actually, I've noticed a few people. I think they're going to be wanting to take a few pictures. We'll see what happens.
Oh, no. All right.
Blake from Devour the Day. Check out the new album if you haven't already. It is available on iTunes. You can pick that thing up, and it is called Soar. S-O-A-R. Soar. From your rock station, 99.7 The Blitz, Blake and Hales.
This has been a presentation of Blitz TV. For more, check out theblitz.com.